welcome. I'm Daniel,
And I'm Andrew, and we're brothers, and this is the Daniel and Andrew Show.
where we give our opinions about movies and TV that we've been watching lately. So, Andrew, how you doing today?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing all right. Just been working and stuff since I came back home. How was your time out there?
We've just been packing. Just packing the entire time, really.
Oh, yeah. You like the Airbnb?
I've only been in it one night. It's definitely it's been remodeled to be basically a hotel.
Yeah.
Like, everything has sensors for paper towels and
Oh, interesting.
everything's totally it's all very nice, but it has no plates or anything. You can tell somebody doesn't live here. This is definitely just to be an Airbnb.
Yeah, well, I see, it just looks like a hotel room or something that you're in. So, with this very generic looking painting and stuff.
It
Well, that's
really
fine.
is. Even this room that I am has 2 queen beds in it, like a hotel.
Nice. Well, it's so funny because I honestly have no problem with hotels. I think hotels are usually built for comfort, so I would have no problem with that. And then moving, he's helping our mom move, and then they're moving back next week, and then I'll be there in 2 weeks. So I'm excited about that. Did you find any tidbits while you were there that you were interested in to talk about? Did you guys watch anything?
Oh, we're watching Ted Lasso.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, she quite likes that. So
good. The 3rd season just ended, right? So you can watch pretty much all of it, or all of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's good.
Yeah.
You guys watching anything else on there?
No, we really haven't had the time to really watch that much of it. That's why we probably won't get through all of it.
Gotcha. Schmigadoon. It's pretty good.
She said she already knew what that was and wasn't interested. And since it was a musical, she wasn't even interested at all. So
What? She likes musicals. I guess
that's not what she said. Just bring it up with her.
I will. I will be sending texts after this. All right. Well, missing out on good stuff. Oh well. You guys, did you see any other movies other than what we're going to talk about today?
No, I haven't done anything else. I've played some Zelda here and there. That's about all I've done.
Did I talk about we watched The Matrix? Did I talk about that? I don't think I did.
No, we watched that
later.
Yeah, we didn't talk about it. No, we didn't talk about it.
Okay, well, I thought it was okay. There's iconic moments in it, but I don't know. It was very cheesy.
That movie was really good for its time. It's definitely aged. There's definitely a million things just like it now.
Yeah, true.
Because, they take that blueprint and use it in other things.
I do, and I have realized that I don't think Keanu Reeves is a spectacular actor. I think he's a decent actor. He just
nobody has ever said he is the greatest actor of all time.
No one said that. I'm not saying that, but he's just a serviceable actor, I think. But yeah. Anyway, so because I haven't watched it all the way through in a long time.
When you're picking a main character of a franchise, you don't really need the main character to be the standout guy. You just need to be somewhat likable. It's like, it's like Anakin, nobody liked him really. So like he just needs to be good enough. He doesn't need to be like amazing to carry a franchise. That's what I would say about it.
Yeah, I don't know, but I know that two movies they had two sequels that people were very excited for. I don't know. So I saw the Pride Month started in June, and some of the theaters are playing movies for that reason, certain movies, and I saw Moonlight. I had never seen it. That's the one that they said La La Land on accident for Best Picture, but it was actually Moonlight, and then then Moonlight won or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really good movie. I would say like an 8. It's like his life when he's a kid, middle, or like a teenager, and then adult. The same character, and like different actors playing them. Obviously, it was a really good movie. That little kid was amazing. And
Was it better than La La Land?
No, I like La La Land better, but they're not like this. Not even
Not
in
the
this
same type of, yeah. It's not
completely
the same
different.
type of, right?
One's like
Yeah.
a grand, colorful musical love letter to kind of movie classic golden age movies, and then the other one's like kind of gritty, dramatic, almost artsy looking, but they both are very good. Like I would give it probably an 8. It was a really good movie, and I had never seen it, so and I enjoyed it. But yeah, I definitely still would have. I think La La Land would have been my choice, but it was a good movie, and I still have my little lists that I made for the past 8 years at this point of movies, and it's in my top 10 of that year, but like barely. But it's a good movie,
Okay.
so check that out. It's a good movie. So when this week they what was there? Are there any other things you wanted to talk about before we get into the news?
I know you said you had some video game stuff in the news.
Yeah,
Uh,
that just happened today. So
yeah, so I had the same stuff. So if you want to just go straight into that, and I can just add on.
all right. Well, first, Fallout 76. I still don't know why they're still making stuff for that game. They have like maybe 20,000 people playing.
Yeah, they're trying to like No Man's Sky it and be like, we're still supporting this game, come play it, sort of thing. Um,
I don't get it.
that game was supposed to carry them, until the space one, because they don't have anything else. So that's their only source of revenue. I've heard that there might be a mobile game in the works, but that was their plan, and it's kind of like a ride or die situation on that, and they're choosing to ride it instead of making something new, because they take forever to make anything, right? So
I would have pulled the plug on that years ago, but
I have no idea if it's increasing it or not. I really doubt it.
it was not in a coma. It was already dead. Whatever. All right. Okay. So going from that, Fable, they did
Yeah.
have something. Very excited. Looks good.
You saw the trailer?
That's in-game footage apparently.
Yeah.
So I'm down. Like literally we talked about this the other day, me and you, just off
Yeah.
the topic, but we were just talking about like all I need is like a upgraded look and everything. Just to put it and kind of give it a new little clean touches to it and upgrade the system a little bit with the what you do. It's like a role playing game with fantasy elements and everything, and they leaned heavily into that. It looks fun. It's like you have melee stuff, and then you can also use magic. And that's what the game looks like from the trailer that they had. I'm very interested in that. But of course, it said that's the only game in the whole showcase that they had that they do not have a release date at the end of the thing. So that could be coming out in.
I mean, they were pretty much all saying 2024 for
They
almost
said
everybody.
2023 or 2024, but none of that one did not say anything. So that could be 2025, 26. I have no idea.
I watched the whole thing like today. I mean, I guess we both did, but I don't. There was like maybe 3 things that were this year, which is kind of disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought a lot of this stuff was coming this year, but it seems like they're just really going to just only have Starfield this year. And that'll.
The only stuff they had that was coming out this year was like updates to the other games, like Sea of Thieves. Another game. I don't know why they're still doing that. Forza, don't care. But yeah, this one, of course, is the only one without a date. So who knows? This could come out next year. Could come out 10 years. I don't know. But
on that one, I still think it'll be 2024. But yeah, they didn't say, so it could be longer. Yeah.
So there's that. And then the other game that I was interested in and actually ties into, what we make a podcast about was Star Wars Outlaws.
Yep, that's the Ubisoft one.
Yeah, so that's worrisome just because it's Ubisoft, but Ubisoft has made some fun games. They make Far Cry, and I like Far Cry, so I don't know what development arm is making the game, but it looked kind of fun. It looked like maybe co-op. So that's cool.
I don't think it's going to be co-op, but
I would like it to be.
That would be cool. And it looked like, we're not playing a Jedi. We're playing like a smuggler or something like that.
Yeah.
So that'll be really, that trailer did not. It's all cinematics. We still really have no idea what the game's going to actually be.
Yeah, well, they could kind of do it like Far Cry, where you're just the same person, and they just drop you in. So
I mean, that would be cool, but
I doubt it. But to be honest, I would like that. That would be nice. And isn't Jedi Survivor kind of open world? Like, it's saying it's the first open world Star Wars game, but like, is it really
Jedi Survivor?
No, they're saying this new one. They said this is the first open world Star Wars game, and I don't really.
Jedi Survivor is basically an open world game. I don't know why they wouldn't say it's not.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway,
I would say it is. I don't know what else it would be.
I don't know, but this looks kind of fun. Yeah, you're like a smuggler, and you're doing your roguish thing or whatever, and running away from the Empire and everything. Could be fun. Could be horrible, who knows? But yeah, these are all just basically trailers that they showed today. So
yeah, they showed some like Payday 3 looks kind of fun, and it's dropping on Game Pass, and that comes out in September. So that's something we can actually play this year.
Sweet.
So
all right, yeah, I never played Payday, and the last one came out many years ago at this point.
I think it might have even been 360, but they like updated it for the one or something like that. So yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah,
but it looked pretty fun. A lot more like things you can do to rob banks and stuff, and heists are fun, and that's what the gameplay is all about. So I'm excited for that one as co-op.
Yeah, I do like multiplayer games, so I'm cool.
Yeah, but they didn't really. That was like the only co-op one that I saw. The other big one was Avowed, which is by Obsidian, who made Fallout New Vegas, and they're basically making their kind of Skyrim. That's like the other big game that was people have been waiting for.
Right. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
watch all of them. I just watched the ones that I was definitely.
I figured we were going to talk about Fable. That was the big one.
Oh yeah, I love Fable. I played the second one and the third one. I like both of them. I'm down, and maybe you can do some multiplayer in that too. So, yeah, I don't know. Most of these game thingies are honestly they're really not for me. Like I only play a select few games, so it got me interested in a couple games. So it mission accomplished, I guess.
Yeah, well, the good thing about this one is it's all on Game Pass, so you don't have to pay for any of these, except maybe the Star Wars one.
I'm sure. Well, Ubisoft has their thing rolled into it, so probably you get to play it for free as well. Anyway, cool. So another strike. SAG, Screen Actors Guild, SAG-AFTRA, another strike.
I did not hear about this.
Yeah, so it was approved, but that is that's a big one. That's like everything, pretty much. That's pretty much everything. Everyone else. So that could shut down a lot. Not great. I would assume that a SAG strike would not last long because then you really had
stops everything. Yeah.
So honestly, they probably did it in solidarity to the writers to just get a solution.
Get things moving. Yeah.
Because otherwise, then there's people just not working.
Yeah.
No. You need.
Oh yeah. Hopefully this gets resolved even quicker because of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. So I guess not great news for people that want to talk about things, but good news for hopefully getting people paid what they're supposed to getting paid,
Yeah, I mean, I think we're pretty set to at least talk about things for like this year, I would say.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like COVID pushed things back, and strikes that last a long time would set things back for a long time. So we'll see. That's all I can say about that. But I just was like, that's a big thing. It was a strike was approved. I guess there's a difference between approving a strike and people being on picket lines. But
yeah.
So there was some set photos came out from the new Captain America movie. The name has been changed from Captain America New World Order to Captain America Brave New World, which very different feelings coming from those names. New World Order, Brave New World's kind of, one's kind of hopeful-ish, and one's more like,
Yeah, here something's going down or something.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see what happens on that. I liked the stuff that they did with Sam on that Falcon and Winter Soldier show, and they made him Captain America on that show. So I'm definitely, and I like the Captain America movies. All of them are good. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with that one. But apparently there's a bunch of Hulk people in it. So it looks like they're kind of making it.
But they're keeping the super serum thing. Is that what you mean by Hulk, or is that what you
No,
mean, like actual
the
people?
Hulk people, like people from the Incredible Hulk, like Liv Tyler and the
Oh,
bad guy who was teased at the end of the Incredible Hulk, Tim Blake Nelson with his head or whatever. Uh,
oh,
yeah, yeah. So we'll see how that works out, but uh, just
yeah,
a little interesting tidbit that definitely changes. I feel like a tone, definitely a tonal change with that name change.
yeah. And he should be called Captain Falcon if they were going to keep him. If he still has his wings, he should be Captain Falcon. I'm sorry.
So you can do a Falcon punch. All right.
Yes, missed opportunity.
All right. Oh well. There is a movie now in development called Mayday with Ryan Reynolds and Kenneth Branagh, directed by the directors of the D&D and Game Night. Um,
Sounds good.
sounds good to me. Exactly. I like both those actors. I after seeing D&D and Game Night, I have no worries that these guys can make a good movie. Hopefully, their next one will be just as good as their other two. I will
Yeah.
definitely will be in the theater to watch that one whenever that comes out. Probably in a couple years from now at this point, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That'll be a while.
Um, did you watch any trailers this week?
I saw Expendables.
Coming off starting with a bang on these on the train here today with the Expendables 4.
Yeah. I mean, does anyone else like think it's not? It's like super gross to see Jason Statham and that girl.
Megan Fox. I was very lost watching this trailer. I was like, what?
Was,
Like, are they a couple? Have they been a couple before in the movies? I don't remember
no,
the movies. I'm pretty sure I've seen them.
I
But
don't think she's been in any of them.
so
Just
yeah, it's super weird. And yeah, he's definitely older than she is. Like probably
oh yeah,
15, 20 years older than she
she was
is.
making movies when she was probably like a baby or something.
Maybe.
That's,
Yeah. I don't know about that. It's possible. I don't know. I don't know how old he is. He's 55.
I'm guessing like 20 years difference.
Megan Fox is 37. So 18 years. Yep. 15, 20 years. Yep. That is right in the middle there. Yeah. Weird. I don't like that. But then it was like a different, like they were starting it as like a different trailer. Like it was going to be a movie about them. And then it's just like, all right, Stallone's here.
Yeah, it feels like that first part should just not have been in this trailer.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it looked pretty typical. I got a big knife, blah, 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 but I have a bigger knife.
Yeah.
You know, those tired and old used jokes.
Well, the thing that was weird is at the end they show all the names, the last names only, and then it was like, but like I don't know who half of these people are. Like, Stallone, Statham. That's I don't know who some of those other like I guess if you know Tony Jaa, maybe you'll know or like there's like Dolph Lundgren, but there wasn't any like really big names that you could just really like some of these names I don't even know who these people are. Like I don't know that guy.
Yeah, maybe they're going for more of an international appeal. Definitely with Tony Jaa. I mean, he's very.
Well, there was other people in the trailer. I'm like, I literally don't know who you are, and then it didn't even say their full name in the like when they showed all the names. So it's like I have no idea who you are.
Yeah,
they're probably international, maybe Japanese or
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
French. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know who these people are, but yeah, I just thought that was interesting. Yeah, I don't know who's Iko Uwais. I don't know who that is. Let's see. Oh, the guy from the Raid. So they have Tony Jaa and the guy from the Raid. Ong Bak and the guy from the Raid. Okay, there we go. That is definitely international. Randy Couture. Oh, I'm so glad he's in it.
Yeah.
Steven Seagal, Liam Neeson. I didn't see Liam Neeson in there.
I don't think he was in the trailer, no.
I mean, we'll see. Probably going to be bad.
I mean, I think I remember. I'm not 100% sure if I saw the third one, but even if it was the second one, I don't remember it being crazy interesting. It's just like a action film with people you've seen in other action films. That's essentially what it was.
I think I remember enjoying the first one. Wasn't like that bad, and it was kind of a smaller story. It was just like they're raiding a compound type thing.
Yeah. And one of them, like Chuck Norris, shows up with like an RPG or something.
Yeah, that's the second one, I think.
Kind of funny, but
well, I think I liked the first one because it was just like kind of simple, and they just had a bunch of stars in it. And then I think Steve Austin was the bad guy, so that's probably why I liked it. Yeah, I think they're kind of dumb, but they're not like well made dumb. Most of them are like badly made and dumb. So
yeah, they definitely have some kind of budget because they're paying all these stars, right? So, they pay for the stars or they pay for great action. They kind of get middle of the road with both, I would say. So.
Right, exactly. All right. So going from complete antithesis of that movie, did you see the trailer for Poor Things?
Yeah, it's like Frankenstein, but a lady, and it's not exactly Frankenstein.
Yeah, it's so it's Yorgos Lanthimos. He directed. He made The Favorite and The Lobster and some other weird movies. I really liked The Favorite, but it didn't quite go. It didn't quite go to the weirdness that his other movies have, like The Lobster, where this guy like makes himself into a lobster. It's kind of gross and weird. But this one, I'm hoping it doesn't go too far with it, because I think you have a really good, like a good movie like that was nominated. The Favorite was nominated for Best Picture and everything. Like you can, when you have like you kind of keep it, you can keep it weird but not go too far with it. You can have a really good movie, but when you go too far with it, it turns me off. Emma Stone is the monster. Willem Dafoe, Mark Ruffalo, Rami Youssef. There's some good people in it. He's a good director. I think he's getting close to kind of being a weird caricature-ness of himself. I like every time I see a trailer for a Wes Anderson movie, they're all kind of weird and quirky, and I don't like it. I hope he just makes weird, different movies and not just like I'm quirky director like Wes Anderson has become. So we'll see. But what'd you think? Were you weird?
It's a little too artsy fartsy for me, but I think I'm in the same boat as you. If they go way too weird with it, I'm checking out. See you later.
Yeah.
But I could see, I'm sure Emma Stone has like the acting chops to make the character interesting and whatnot. So
yeah, it's clearly about like slowly becoming like figuring out what it is to be human type thing. And she is very good, Oscar winner. So, yep.
Yeah.
So we'll see on that one. All right. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about before we get into Transformers?
No, I think I'm ready to talk about it. I don't have anything else.
Already. The next thing on next movie on this very busy full of movies June is Transformers Rise of the Beasts. This movie was shorter than most of the movies of late, and one of the shortest Transformers movies to be made at under 2 hours. So that's good. It wasn't like 2 hours and 15, 2 hours and 20 minutes long. And I felt like it didn't drag too much. So that's good. I think I would say I liked this movie. I don't think I loved this movie. I thought it was like decent, enjoyable. Which I had, I mean, in underneath the dirt expectations for the movie. So, whatever's lower than rock bottom. So that's good. More fun. No Mark Wahlberg to be goofy. So I'm cool. What do you think?
It's fine. It's like, gets the passing grade, I guess, for Transformers. I couldn't really tell you what's my favorite one. If I even have a favorite one. It's just like you're basically picking the best out of average movies, in my opinion.
I would say that this is probably it's either the best or like the second best. Probably the first one's probably the best of the other ones. This might be even the best one because I like some of the characters, and I think they kind of went more basic with the premise. It wasn't like too convoluted.
I would say this one is almost like exactly like the first one. They needed what's his head to do something for them, but they couldn't do. And then he's like, I'm going to stick around and help. Except in the first one, they had Megan Fox with a bunch of eye candy. That was the first one.
Yeah. Well, I think that other stuff and the lens flares and stuff detract from that movie. So I actually think this is better for that reason.
I mean, at the time, nobody was complaining about the lens flares, but yes, they did get old,
all right.
20 Transformers.
Well, before you get too hot or think I'm overblowing this movie or something, my rating is a 6.5. Okay. So it's not, so taper if you're thinking I was going to say this is an amazing movie or something. Let's talk about...
You're saying it's probably better than the other ones, is what you're saying.
Yeah, those movies, like the ones with Mark Wahlberg are probably like 3. Those movies
I actually like those because they're so cringy. I completely agree with you that they probably are like a 4 or 3. I agree with you on the rating. I just enjoy cringe. So that's how I know you're right on those movies.
Those movies blow. I remember going into one of those movies, and then they shot it in so many different, he shot it in different aspect ratios. So like the sides of the screen would go boink, 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 boink. Like between shots, like it was so edited so poorly that it was just like screen would get tighter and bigger and tighter and bigger and longer. It was like horrible. Those movies are bad. And those movies, of course, made like $1 billion. So, what do I know? But I don't know. I thought the human characters were more interesting. I like Anthony Ramos. I like Dominique Fishback. She's a great actress. Did you ever see that movie Project Power with Jamie Foxx? No. Where like they take the pills and then they get like a power for a short amount of time.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but no, I didn't see it.
Okay. Well, that was my chance to see. Maybe you've seen her in something because I know you haven't seen Judas and the Black Messiah, but she's amazing in that movie. You should.
Yeah,
People should see that
I
movie if
honestly
you haven't
thought
seen
this
that.
lady wasn't nobody. So
Yeah, well, she's only been in smaller movies, but she's very, very good. I like her. Um, I thought she was an interesting character, and I liked Anthony Ramos's character and her relationship with his little brother. The lady who plays their mom is the voice actress for the mom in Spider-Man,
mm,
in the Spider-Verse movies. So back-to-back movies with her in it.
yeah.
Um, so good for her making some money. Um, yeah, I thought the Transformers were kind of like Optimus Prime is just Optimus Prime in everything, which is fine. Um, and I liked the what are they called? Maximals, the animal
Mm-hmm.
Transformers. I
Maximus,
thought they
yeah.
were pretty cool. Um,
Maximize.
yeah, I thought that was fun. I don't know why I liked this movie. I thought it was like they were trying really hard for like heartfelt moments, and I don't know if all of those were completely earned, but I uh I felt it felt like a good time. I didn't feel like ugh, I gotta get through this or anything. I was having a good time eating popcorn and that, I just thought it was a fun time. You had Optimus Prime, Optimus Primal is the gorilla uh,
Mm-hmm.
one.
Yeah.
Michelle Yeoh as a bird transformer,
Yeah.
like Michelle Yeoh. She had a little bit of an arc to that character. Pete Davidson, shoehorned in everything. He was Mirage. I thought Mirage was fun. Um, his him being that character, at least the characterization of that character, made sense.
Mm-hmm.
I see him as that character in the way that they portrayed it, so I was fine with that. Um, yeah, so I had a good time with the movie overall, without getting into any spoilers. There's other Transformers in there. We can get to them. Um, I thought it was funny. I laughed a couple times. I thought the action was pretty good. It didn't look horrible.
Yeah. That I didn't think this movie was funny at all. I think I'm between a 5 and a 6 right now. We'll see where I land when we talk in the spoilers. Um, yeah, it was not funny at all. I don't know what you found funny. I guess I will say the Mirage guy. What was his name again? The
Pete
guy who was
Davidson.
in. Yeah, this is probably the best thing I've ever seen him in. Specifically him.
And he's not even in it. Like it's just his voice. But yeah,
Yeah, exactly. And I think he was probably the best part of the movie for me. But like
yeah,
all of the humans are so bland and boring to me. Just especially like the Godzilla movies. Stop putting humans in it. Stop. Just Transformers. Put us on freaking what do they call their home world?
I don't remember, to be honest
Because
with you.
it's like
Something Tron, Cybertron. That's
yeah,
how.
just put us on Cybertron. Stop trying to force people into it because that's always the most boring part of all of these movies. You always have to like there's a tunnel, but only humans can fit in it. But so why did you make a tunnel that only humans could fit in if it's a tunnel for it just doesn't make much sense. But there is always something that a human has to do because a human needs to be in this movie. Just stop. Even in the Godzilla, I guess that one kind of makes sense to put them on Earth, but we just want to see the Transformers. The movie makes enough money. Even if there isn't humans, it's still going to sell very well, and I think it would be a much better movie just having the robots be in it and have them. You'll get more emotion out of them than you will, with people. I think.
I would say I do agree with you and to some extent, but I think I liked the human characters in this movie. I don't know. I just maybe because I like the actors. I think they're charismatic. Um, and I
No, not in this movie. I thought they were. I was so bored when they were on screen.
okay. Well, I guess you were bored a lot of this movie then.
They're in it way too much.
All right. Yeah. That's too bad. I like I said, I don't think it was a spectacular movie, but I enjoyed it. It's definitely not. It's definitely better than some of the movies that we've seen this year. Because where you're putting it is like in like Renfield or Cocaine Bear territory.
This is worse. This is worse than Renfield. I'd rather watch Renfield than
Cocaine
this
Bear.
movie. I don't know if I gave Cocaine Bear a 5 or a 6, but I might, maybe, probably the same tier.
Wow. All right. Well, that's weird. But all right. Well, I think that's good for overall thoughts, unless you have something without getting into spoilers, because there's a few things I want to talk about that are spoilery. So
yeah, I think we should go into spoilers as well.
Let's get right to the end credit scene. Or I guess it's not an end credit scene technically because it happens before the end credits, but it's an end credit scene pretty much. I think, right? G.I. Joe.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, two pretty cruddy franchises. Might as well mash them together, right?
I think that's stupid. I think it's stupid, and the way that they did it was stupid.
It was stupid.
Okay, so here, let's set it up for you. He walks in, he's going to a job interview, and he's like, we know everything about you. And he's like, how do you know this? And are you FBI or CIA? And he's like, no, we're something completely different, off the books. I was like, how many off the books U.S. like agencies are there? Apparently, there's a billion of them. But he gives him a card. He's like, let me know.
There's actually a book for off the books.
Yeah. There's off the book.
Yeah.
So he gives him a card. He's like, and your brother's all his healthcare taken care of. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
And then
you saved the world. Of course, you get a free pass.
I guess this off the books agency wasn't helping when the world was about to end, but who cares? And then
it was only like a giant beam coming from the ground,
literally
space,
a sky beam. And then
apparently the storm was so big that it reached New York as well, by the way, all the way from Peru. So.
Yeah. And so he turns the card over and it says G.I. Joe. And I was like, oh, wow, that is stupid.
Yeah. And they didn't even, that card looked like crap.
Not even like a generic card, yeah.
You think it would be like some, like, you look at this once it explodes or something.
Yeah, fancy card. No, it's just like a manila, normal looking card.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do not want to see G.I. Joe Transformers crossover. I don't think that's a good idea. Both of those movies are not good. First G.I. Joe is fine at best. The second one is horrible. And that includes The Rock. Just made it a Rock movie and it wasn't good.
That second one, that's probably like 3 or 4 territory. Yeah. I actually like the first one. I'd rather watch that first one than this movie.
Like I said, I think you haven't watched that movie in a while. The first movie is fine.
That movie's probably like a 6.
That movie's fine at best. Not great movies. Oh, Snake Eyes. There you go. Even another one. Never seen it, and I've heard it's horrible. So why are you trying? It's like watched Mean Girls recently. Stop trying to make G.I. Joe happen. It's not happening. It's like fetch. It's not happening. I don't get it.
I mean, it's a popular kids franchise.
It's
and
just the
there's
only.
some form of nostalgia there.
It's just
so.
because it's Hasbro, it was Transformers, and GI Joe. That's the only reason why. I don't want corporate synergy. That doesn't make my. It doesn't get my movie.
I don't think anyone was asking for this, but it's not like a move that's like totally doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it makes sense because they're made by the same toy company. But like Transformers and Fast and the Furious is the crossover people would be interested in, not G.I. Joe. No one wants
honestly, that. I think both of them are equally stupid.
So now Dom's magic car could be a part of him, just like in this movie where he gets his Iron Man, Mega Man suit here.
That was very stupid.
Yeah, but they kind of said in the trailers anyway, but I wanted to keep it in spoilers just in case people aren't watching trailers. But
I didn't know about it, so I guess I skipped that trailer.
He's like, heads up in the trailer, and he puts it on his hand. And by the way, it looked really goofy on his, like, because that's the only practical thing was the thing on his hand, and then the robots are CGI. So, but yeah, so that looked very weird and stood out weird. But I felt like there was some fun adventure, and there was like these it's kind of when they're in the museum, and then the thingies are chasing after him or whatever. Yeah. And
I think that's literally a scene taken from the first movie. I think he's in a museum or something like that.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I'm not saying they can steal from themselves all they want. That's no problem with me. It's very take for take. He's running around like dinosaur bones and stuff. He has like some stupid glasses or something from his grandfather or something in the first one.
Yeah. I would say maybe I'll go back and watch it, but I don't want to. So,
I'm not saying you should.
So the thing that really took off in the original movies is Bumblebee, and obviously they made a movie just called Bumblebee, and they even allude to that movie a little bit, like with one throwaway line. But so Bumblebee dies. I don't know why. I don't know why they kill any Transformers in any of these movies. They're gonna come back.
Yeah, I mean, it was to emit some kind of emotion, and I don't know, maybe I farted or something, and maybe got some kind of emotion.
You heard it here, folks. Farting is an emotion for Andrew, apparently.
Yeah, that's all it emitted out of me. So
yeah. I don't know, but the thing was, like, Bumblebee, like, it meant nothing to the other, like, the human characters in this. Like, he had no attachment to Bumblebee.
Yeah, no one was had. I guess it was to make Optimus angry. That's about it.
Yeah, that's true. Some redemption or whatever, but
and I also didn't like they fight them in the middle part, and they get completely trashed, and then they fight them with an entire army, and then they're like just wiping everybody, no problem.
I think they are getting more power or whatever from the energy.
Maximals.
No, the energy was coming out or whatever. They're getting
Wouldn't they all be getting more energy? Robots.
I guess maybe, I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
But also, yes, the animals were also helping as well. So
it's like, is that really enough to fight a whole army of robots like that?
I don't know. The other robots seem to look kind of dinky or whatever. Like he just shot it once and killed the little robot. So I don't think it's just like a horde or whatever. It's like, they're like easy to kill. But
and then he 1v1s Optimus, and he's like, the first time he does that, he literally whoops him, and then the second time he's just pretty much beating him. And I guess you could say he had the help of Mr. Super Soldier Mega Man, but I don't know, it just felt very like kind of by the numbers sort of thing, and at least it wasn't like shaky cam action or anything. But I wasn't really super impressed by it.
I just don't. I don't know why Bumblebee had to die, like, and then come back, and then because then Mirage dies, and that's the one he actually has an attachment to, so that makes sense. But then he,
But
of
he
course,
doesn't even die.
but he comes back, of course, as well.
Literally like 10 seconds. And that made no sense. I guess he was just like playing dead. He just turns back on. You guys are so cute.
He rebooted.
He just rebooted and he was like, I'm going to make myself a lot smaller too so I can be your super suit.
So I think honestly the most of my problems comes in the third act with the battle.
Yeah.
But the battle was fun. Like the battle was good though. I liked it. It looked cool, and like when Bumblebee comes back and then he like jumps out and stuff, that was a cool little thing. But that's also in the trailer, so yeah.
I mean, I don't care if it was in the trailer. I don't remember it, but from the trailer, but I didn't think it was that great. It was. You're right. It wasn't very earned because it was kind of stupid. You knew he was going to show up. They're just like, yeah, just leave his body on this energy root thing that they don't really explain.
I think if this was the first one, like the first one ever, I think I would like it more. It's just because, like, I know, like, they are gonna come back because they always come back. Like, there's never but like
that's
maybe
why the first one was probably the best one because it was the first one. We've already seen this tired trend of crap done 7 times already.
I just think they made this better. It just didn't seem as crappy. Like, I know how I'm saying it sounds kind of slapdash and crappy, but I feel like they put a little bit more time into this and thought a little. It's honestly, like I said, it's just like the kind of ending is kind of weird, and then the like just trying to sell, get G.I. Joe into it and stuff like that. Stuff is the stuff that annoys me, but that doesn't make the rest of the movie bad. So.
Yeah, but what makes the rest of the movie bad was all the humans in it.
I liked the humans, so it is what it is. I guess if you like
the
them,
humans
then,
were bad. They, for some reason, like he, toots his little ball at Michelle Yeoh from like a million miles away, and she can't dodge it, and turns bad for 2 seconds, and then she dies. And you're supposed to feel something there, and I didn't really feel anything. And all the heartfelt moments sucked.
All right.
The main character kind of sucked. The two and the stupid Twizzler thing was dumb. There was like the other guy trying to like coach him or whatever on stealing stuff. He wasn't funny.
No, this is fine. Worked for me.
It was basically the same. I honestly, think I'd rather take Marky Mark. Honestly, I still think they're both bad. It
kind of reminded me of Wonder Woman, where she's just like, I'm an archaeologist or whatever. Like, I'm super super smart, but this lady was like an intern for some reason.
That's so dumb. Like, if that's your boss, like, she should be way smarter than you. She wouldn't have made it this far just off of interns or something. It's so stupid. And then she's like the behind the scenes doing all the work. Stupid. So dumb, but whatever. And then she's basically there just to tell them where to go. I didn't think she really had anything going for her as a character. And then I couldn't tell if they were like the whole like, yeah, we're from Brooklyn. Yeah. It's just like, okay, fine. I guess that's all you have in common. So we're going to make that a thing. It just, none of it resonated with me. None of it was interesting. None of it was funny. The only times I were interested when there was robot fighting, and that was pretty mid. So.
All right. Well, I think we know Andrew's overall thoughts on Transformers, I think just in general. So
Yeah. Yeah, the Transformers movie I want to see is the Cybertron one, or they don't have to be on Cybertron. It's just robots. You can make the
Yeah.
robots interesting. There's no reason.
I can see people. I think they're doing an animated movie where they're pretty much doing that. So that's going to come out next year. So you'll have your wish then.
Yeah, that might actually be good. I don't know. If it can work for Spider-Man, I don't know why it can't work for Transformers.
Right. I agree. I'm cool with that. All right. So final verdict on this one, Andrew.
I think I'm gonna jump down to a 5.
All right. I think I'm good with mine 6.5. I think it was better than some movies. I overall liked it. It's like barely a passing grade. It is above average. I would say it was a decent movie. You probably don't have to see it in theaters. I don't think it's necessarily a must see in theaters. For some free passes or something. Go see it in the theater. I think it is fun to see, Yeah,
I had to pay for a Rogers ticket, and then he didn't end up seeing it with me, and so I had to refund it.
Okay,
but it was like almost like $20 to see it in IMAX. Like, it's not that down. I would have regretted spending that money. So,
alrighty. Well, I guess that works out for you then. I guess.
No, I'm just saying that for other people. I mean, this is probably a skip for me. I would not.
You skip it altogether. Streaming?
Yeah, stream it when whoever makes it, probably like Paramount or something. I don't know who has Transformers. Yeah, just watch it on there.
All right. So I guess stream it maybe on Paramount for Andrew. I would say, maybe matinee or cheaper movie day or something.
Yeah, if you go like on like a $5 Tuesday thing, maybe that's worth it.
Yeah. Well, I saw it for free, so maybe that helped. I didn't spend a lot of money on it. Maybe. Cool. All right.
I'd say just to clear one thing up, I don't remember what I gave Cocaine Bear, but I'm going to give it a 5 right now. Maybe I'll go re-listen to see what I said about it. I feel like I said it's a 6 for like people who like that kind of stuff, but for me, I'm going to say it's a 5.
Yeah, I definitely liked this more than Cocaine Bear. That's for sure. There's other bad movies. There's worse movies than this. That's it.
Yeah, I would agree with you that this was better than Cocaine Bear, but I wouldn't say like it's a better, like a whole point better. I still think they're very average movies.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, I think, what was the other one you said? Renfield?
There's that
I'd
one.
say that was like a 6. I'd rather watch that one, even with Awkwafina in it.
There's that one that we watched with Ashton Kutcher and Reese
Yeah,
Witherspoon.
I'd rather watch that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, to each his own, I guess.
I think I gave that one a 6, maybe even a 7. I don't know. I'm not saying that was like some fantastic movie, but
This movie is average. I would say that this was better than Ghosted.
Oh, yeah. Because that movie was like real bad. We never rated that one, but that's probably like a 4.
Yeah, not good. All right. So it's a mid movie. Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. We will see you guys on the next one.
See you later.